Well, I definitely don't think that we all belong on the same couch, but I guess it's not my problem.
Are you uncomfortable? Well, we could do the thing we did
I'm not
in the
any.
Halloween
I'm not
episode.
any less comfortable than when Ethan wasn't sitting on the couch.
Okay. I was gonna say we could
But
also.
you definitely seem it.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Due to the laws of physics, I have to believe that someone's less comfortable.
If I like
There's no way an
step forward a
Ethan-sized
little bit,
man
is
sat
that
down and everyone's like, we're
is that
exactly
easier?
This is handmade. They made one cuff here, but they didn't put another cuff.
You should get your money back.
Yeah. I should.
You were so happy about it when you bought it, though.
The times are changing.
Well, now it's asymmetrical, and I only just noticed.
I bet you could fix that pretty easy.
I'm gonna burn it.
It's also Lost in Space, right?
What?
That's Power Rangers Lost in Space.
This is Zeo, buddy.
Zeo?
Also, it's not Lost in Space, but
There was a toy line called Lost in
it's
Space.
in space. There's one called Lost
Whatever.
Galaxy.
Lost in Space is a show.
It's really got the
Welcome
robot.
to Backlog Media. It's been a long time.
Hi.
Sure has.
Hey.
We're gonna talk about the video games.
The video games, you know the ones?
All
I
of
don't know.
them. Every single one.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Mario?
I actually played Mario Odyssey for the first time recently, so I have heard of Mario.
What do you think of it?
What did I think of it?
Hipster.
Did you know that?
Well, I actually have thoughts on this game.
Did you know? Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Did you shut the fuck up? Did you know? Did you know that Mario and Bowser and Peach are actually in a
Oh my gosh.
They're actually a polyamorous triad, and they have like a kidnapping fetish.
Yeah.
Bowser
Image.
takes.
Well, I'll put the image up.
Oh yeah,
in
put the image.
post.
Put the
Yeah.
image right here.
Do a quick
Wait.
close up on Peach's foot.
No, I actually did have thoughts on Mario Odyssey because I got my Switch for the first time. That was a weird way to word that. I finally got a Switch, is what I meant to say. And I've been playing stuff I've been missing out on, like Smash Brothers and a couple other stuff. And I beat Mario Odyssey. I think it's a good game, but I think it is.
Last night I beat my meat.
So hey, on God,
No, it wasn't worth it for the amount of laughs that got. Anyway, go on.
I liked it. I'll laugh at it when
I
I
gave you a gentle O to encourage you.
I think Mario Odyssey is the worst of the 3D Mario games. I think it's fun, but
Define what you mean by 3D Mario.
Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Galaxy 1 and 2, and then this. If you count 3D
Okay.
whatever it was called on the Wii U.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know if
3D
that's technically wrong to not count it, but I don't really count it. It doesn't really play like Galaxy or Odyssey.
No, it doesn't.
I completely missed out on that because I barely like the Wii U.
Sunshine isn't the worst of all of those.
I know you're the only one
I
who
think
hates
Super
Sunshine.
Mario Sunshine's amazing.
I think
Yeah.
Sunshine's the.
I like Sunshine quite a
I
bit.
think
Yeah,
64.
Sunshine's maybe my favorite of them.
Then I am alone here.
Look, we'll get to that. It's okay. No, I want to hear that. Odyssey, I think, is a fun game. I like that there's a bunch of fucking stuff to do. Like, there's like, what is it, like 999 moons or whatever?
There's a lot.
Like 900 and something. It's cool, but I feel like a lot of the missions are just kind of empty. A lot of them are like, walk over there. You fucking did it. And then
Yeah.
you win. I think the worlds are like too open. Like, I'm looking at you because I think you really like Mario
Oh
Odyssey,
yeah,
right?
no, it's
I loved it.
No.
As someone who doesn't like Mario very much,
Well,
it's one of my favorite.
I think it's
platformers.
also worth saying that it's like this is the worst Mario, like 3D Mario game. It's also like they're all good.
No, that's what I'm, and I want to get this clear. I think it was a great game. I had a fun time with it. I'm still like working on, now that I've beaten it, I'm still working on getting the moons I missed out on. And I think it's very fun. I just think the level design is like, it's good, but like compared to something like 64 or like the Galaxy games, I'm not getting as much out of it because I think they're too open. I feel like they're still riding off the high of what they did in Zelda Breath of the Wild, where everything was open. I don't think it works that well for Mario.
See, I disagree wholeheartedly because it's taking the same mission structure as Mario 64 and just giving it to you all at once.
Yeah.
Rather than having to, oh, you got the star. Okay, now I'm going to pull you all the way back out here, and then you have to go all the way back there to select that mission.
That's
It's
fair.
giving you everything all at once. And, like, if you stumble onto a star, like, anytime I stumbled onto a star or moon, whatever you want to call it, in Odyssey, it was very exciting to me because it was just me exploring the new world that Mario is in, and also being able to like be a frog or
I'm not knocking that.
a dumb rock man.
I love the
with
possession,
sunglasses.
whatever it's called. I love that shit. I think that shit is great. That's some of the best puzzles if you want to call them. Any of like the clever stuff that comes from
It's
that.
opened up a new world where Mario can rob many sentient creatures of their agency.
Yes.
The fact that you can like rob Bowser of his mind.
That was a great twist. I love the ending of the game.
You can force
Oh, yeah,
Bowser into
that last
situations he
bit is
doesn't
so
want to
good.
be in.
You just possess Bowser.
I haven't played this game. What are the situations? Do you like have Bowser like go to the grocery store and
Oh,
put a
this
bunch of
is-
stuff on the thing, and then like you purposefully left his wallet at home?
Yeah.
Well, no,
And then he's like, "Oh,
You,
jeez."
you have Bowser just like pick up a bunch of like
Oh.
Wonder Bread. And
Yeah.
it goes in that direction.
Oh,
Mm.
the Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What is this? I don't know what this bit
Put a
is.
picture of
I
Bowser.
don't want to
Oh.
do this bit.
No, I don't want to do this
I
bit
thought.
either.
Okay.
Well, what's this bit?
Some people
What's the
know this
Wonder
bit,
Bread?
Some people don't know
Yeah,
this
I
bit.
know what Bowsette is, but what's the
No, I know Bowsette. What's the Wonder Bread?
There was this dude who was like commissioning art because he's got like a fetish for like busty white women purchasing Wonder Bread.
This
Like
is
lots
hilarious.
and lots
Yes.
of Wonder Bread, like
Yes.
piles of Wonder Bread
Until you see the
at the
art.
grocery store.
Okay.
And he's
Conceptually,
like,
this is funny.
he's like has
Alright.
commissioned multiple people on DeviantArt to draw this.
Like a
and
lot
it's
of
just such
people.
a weird.
Okay, we'll put that right here.
What I was gonna say about Super Mario Odyssey that I really like about it. So one of the things that it has in common with Breath of the Wild that I think is really neat is it encourages you to try to push the boundaries of the game and kind of try to break stuff, and it rewards you for it. There's like this really like borderline impossible jump in one of the underground dungeon things you go to in Odyssey, where you can like jump up on top of this little like structure that you're not really supposed to get up to, and there's just like a shitload of coins on top of it. There's just like all these neat little things that kind of encourage you to do everything that you can to explore the world, and I don't know, I think that's really neat. I think that's like extremely good game design if you're making just like a fun game.
I did point out before that, like, I'm not trying to knock the game for no reason. I think it's an excellent
No,
game.
I think
like
your
kind of
opinion
like what
is,
you said.
like, totally fair. I haven't played either of the Galaxy games, so I can't really say anything on that.
People criticize the Galaxy games for being like really linear compared to the other ones. Like, and in some ways, Galaxy 1 is like the opposite of Odyssey because it's very kind of streamlined.
I mean, that can be fine too.
Oh yeah, I don't mind it. It's just like a criticism that a lot of people have of it. There's just something about the open world of Odyssey that I love, that everything you guys said about it, encouraging you to like mess around with the world, and what you said about having it all just thrown out there for you, and how those games haven't done that. 64 and Sunshine, actually, literally all of them are what you said before, where it's like, okay, do this mission right now, go back and do the other mission.
Yeah, which that makes sense in a more traditional Mario game where I am selecting a level and then like running through it like that. But like when it's the same level with like mild variations when I go in to do a new mission, like just give it to me all at once.
I'm curious, did you ever think, because right now you're saying that because you're comparing it to Odyssey, did you ever think that, before Odyssey came out, did you ever think that by yourself? Like if you're playing Mario 64, would you have had that complaint, like the first time
Yeah,
around?
I don't.
Okay,
so
okay.
I don't like that game either.
Because you don't like Mario 64?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite of that group.
I like Galaxy and Galaxy 2 a lot, and the 3D World and 3D Land games for 3DS. And
Those games are
Wii
really
U.
good, yeah.
I missed
Yeah.
those, because I just didn't really have interest when they came out.
I
But
played the 3DS one.
I don't particularly care for the classic ones.
When did you play those games?
As a kid,
Like around the time they came out, or
yeah, because I would have been 64 came out in what, 96?
96?
So I probably played it for the first time around 7 then.
Okay.
Um,
You didn't like those games back then?
That's what I'm like scratching my head over.
That's
that.
wild.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
That's
does-
wild to me.
I
Like
didn't-
retroactively, not even retroactively. Those games hold up for
Like
me.
64 is my favorite after playing all of them recently.
like, I don't
It's
think
crazy.
I don't think that game holds up at all.
You and my brother would get along. My brother and I fight over this. It's very
I
funny.
don't know. There's something about like Odyssey where like the mechanics just feel so good.
Oh, they do.
To the point where it is so hard to go back to those old Mario games because they don't work the way that they do in the newer ones. Which I'm appreciative of 64, where like it lays the groundwork for 3D like platforming, but I don't think that game holds up particularly well.
Well, if we're talking
I
about,
also
like-
didn't like it when I was a kid either.
That's how I was Ocarina of Time, if we're talking about Zelda. I
was-
appreciate that game, but I don't really
was
like it.
super big into like Donkey Kong Country. I know that's a like 2D platformer, but like I really loved that game, and then I mostly played like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh dear God.
Like I didn't.
That
I
game
know-
aged like milk.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
it's not.
It's also $80 still, and I'm good on that.
Conker's
But I-
Bad Fur Day also plays horrifically.
That's what I mean. The
'Cause-
game,
So like I liked it.
Oh, I thought you meant like the humor.
Well, I mean that too, but like I tried playing it
it's
when
like-
they released it in the Rare Replay collection.
all of it has
The
aged like
the attack animation is almost a full second long.
Yeah.
Is
You
it?
can't interrupt.
It plays very poorly. I would argue it played poorly for when it came out.
Oh no, it did.
It's a mishmash of gameplay ideas, and none of them operate long enough for them to be good.
How does it compare to the other rare games on the N64?
I
Which
think
would be
it's-
Donkey
I think
Kong.
it might be the worst.
I easily think it's the worst.
Okay, because people shit on Donkey Kong, and I
would
love
say,
that game.
I would say Donkey Kong's the worst, and then
What
Conker's
the
Bad
fuck?
Fur Day.
No.
I think Donkey Kong plays
Hard
great.
disagree.
I feel like it's a
man.
competition.
We all gotta like sit down in front of an N64
I played
sometime.
DK64 enough.
Donkey Kong 64 I never actually played, but I know enough about it to know that I would fucking have hated it.
I
Really?
played a lot of it.
I
but
like
there was-
64.
It was like insurmountable as a kid.
That's what I mean. Is it's just
Like just
Really?
like for me, like I enjoyed it, but like I definitely reached a point where I'm like, I'm never gonna beat this game.
I don't know. I'd rather have too much than not enough, and Conker's Bad Fur Day for me is not enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Every gameplay thing is half baked in it. I mean, again, I didn't play that game when it came out because I was like 10 years old.
I don't know. It's not a good game. I don't want to defend it by any means, but like
I have zero nostalgia for it at all because I
Yeah.
played it when I was like 16.
It's also like one of the last big N64 games.
I think it came out in 2000.
Yep.
2000 or even maybe 01.
I want to say 2001.
It was like early 01.
Why is it like so bad gameplay wise?
Conker's Bad Fur Day went through development hell for the entirety of the N64 generation.
It was an E-rated game. At one
It
point.
was. It was called Conker's 12 Tales or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a Game Boy Color game with Conker, and it's you collecting presents for his birthday. And then he's just
Did it come out?
Yes.
What?
I played it.
I've never heard of it.
I was like, can't wait to play Conker and this funny little squirrel, and then it was like rated M, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going to play it.
We also all played a little game recently. It was a game called Try Not to Jack Off in the Movie Theater.
Yes.
When we watched Cats.
Oh, I wasn't
Or
part
did
of
you have?
this.
Or did you
I wasn't
have,
sure which movie
more
this
to
was
say
no,
about
about,
it?
honestly.
no, we can just go.
Ethan, did you see Cats?
No, I've heard so much about it though.
You didn't
From
see
you
Cats?
guys and other
Eric,
friends having seen it.
me, Dakota, and Ward saw Cats. Here's Dakota and me. And
Isn't that a horrible try? Like, when you're trying to do that kind of sentence?
Yeah,
it's always
I'll
a little
edit this
tricky.
episode out. Dakota and I went to see Cats. It was an empty theater, and near the end of it, in the last 5 minutes, the person, the custodian thought there was no one in there, so they just started cleaning the aisles. And she said, "What the fuck is this?"
Really quick, Ethan and I went to Taco Bell on our way out here
We
today.
sure did.
So I pulled up to the drive-thru
Oh,
and saw that one item that I was planning on ordering was out of stock, and I just said, "Oh fuck!" Right as the girl comes on, and she's like, "What can I?" Or like, "Welcome to Taco Bell. What can I do for you?" And I'm just like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, it was great. I just from my perspective, oh fuck.
you
Hey,
can,
let me get a.
You
Let
can
me
hear
get
her
a.
giggled.
Yeah, okay, you heard that too.
One for Dr. Dog Sleep, please.
Can we get into Dr. Dog Sleep?
Does Taco Bell
Doctor-
have Cats toys?
Do you just want me to tell
Yo.
my embarrassing stories?
Yeah, because
Sure.
it's
No, Dr.
very funny.
I want to tell you first the impact Dr. Dog Sleep has had on my life.
I haven't
like
said
even
any. Did
no
I tell
no
you guys this?
Yeah,
Yes,
you told
I
us.
did.
You told us the story. Like
Wait, I gotta hear it
literally,
again.
Even last night, I was like falling asleep, and I just thought of the phrase "Dr. Dog Sleep," and I had
Actually-
a chuckle.
Wait,
I had a chuckle
are we
in
talking
my
about when you
bed.
called Doctor
Yeah.
Sleep Doctor Dog shit?
No.
yeah.
Well,
You might not have told us the story. I might have just posted your tweet
Probably.
in the group chat.
The abstract the collection of words as an abstract, just as what they could mean of Dr. Dog Sleep.
I don't know.
Like,
Wait,
this
I don't think I
fucking-
know
this
the. I
fucking
don't think I know
cracks
the
me
whole
up.
picture. I think I only know some of it.
Referred to Dr. Sleep as Dr. Dog Shit
Yeah.
until it came out.
Yes.
So then, when it came out and I said, fuck it, let's just go see it. You like The Shining enough, so it's whatever, just go see it. We get to the theater. I was high in the parking lot and walked in. And I was paying for Caitlin in my ticket. I looked at you're the box office
Yeah.
man, and I said, 2 for Dr. Dog Sleep. And just instantly became sober. My fight or flight,
That's so
instincts
fucking good.
kicked in. It was just like, I have to go. And then I didn't have my cell phone with me either. So I didn't even have that to fuck, I've just gotta bury myself in this
Yeah.
for 5 minutes to forget about it. Just sitting in the seat watching this movie for an hour going, I called it Dr. Dogs. I couldn't focus on anything other than calling it Dr. Dogs.
Were you still high, like thinking, like fixating on
by
it?
the time I had smoked in the parking lot, and by the time the movie started, it had been 5 minutes, and I was sober at that point. My adrenaline had kicked in so hard that I instantly was sober. Everything was just like, I have to go home.
Dr. Dog sleep.
And then it doesn't help that the person who was doing the box office was also working the concession
Was
stand.
also high.
Oh, no.
So I just had to walk with him to the concession stand to
Yeah.
get a drink. This is not an embarrassing story, but when I went to go see Knives Out,
A movie I've been meaning to see.
I saw it.
Wanted to tell you guys this
Nice.
story for a really long time. So
yeah.
Caitlin and I get to Destiny to see Knives Out, and I'm walking through the food court to get to the movie theater, and out of the corner of my eye, I make eye contact with Ethan.
Oh, this.
I make eye contact with Ethan, and
I didn't
you
notice.
Apparently, did not.
I
see
was
it.
out of
So
it.
I did a double take, and then you were like buried in your phone. So I walked around you and picked your soda up from behind you, and just like walked away with it. And
I was
drinking
like,
it.
what the fuck just happened? I was shopping with my brother, and he was still in line getting food, and I was waiting
my
for
God.
him, and I definitely didn't see you because I love going to the mall, but I get like overwhelmed.
many people
I
to
get
look at.
overwhelmed by everybody there,
Too
so
many
I was just like
people.
sitting down, like not thinking about it, and then just this is it, just and leave, and then like a sip, and I was like. And then it was nice. It was a nice ending.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking.
It was nice to see you. That
It
day.
was, but it was so fucking bizarre. It was a great setup.
But then I sat down in the theater and was like, I should have fucking filmed that.
Yeah, it would be a
Like,
great.
why didn't I think to pull my phone out to do this?
You're living in the moment, you know. You can't.
Yeah.
It's hard to just like.
Oh my god, I always forget to take pictures of shit. We like went to MagFest and I took like barely any pictures.
Same thing.
We were talking
same
about-
thing with Disneyland. I did not like one.
We were at MagFest together. It was all of us except for you. Sorry.
It's all good. I went to
Uh,
go see Motion City in Cleveland.
hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
You saw them with the Sidekicks.
Yeah,
That sounds
the
like a good
Sidekicks.
lineup. They were with Mom Jeans in the West Coast. I would have gone to that,
Yeah.
but
The
anyway.
you remember when we saw the
But you did.
Sidekicks
Yeah.
and they played
Go.
for like a good 45 minutes?
Yeah.
They played 6 songs and that was it. That was
Wow.
their whole set.
Sidekicks?
Yeah. It was like
That was like
15 minutes.
when I saw a show that Modern Baseball opened for. You were with me, dog.
Yeah,
when we went to
I
see the.
drove you to it.
I know it was years ago now, but Modern Baseball played for they played like 7 songs, and I took a shit through one of them because I really I like missed one of my favorite songs, and I was like, well, because I had to go. I had to go. I don't remember what I was talking about before that.
Hey,
This-
Ward.
the shit story
So
really.
how horny was Cats?
Oh my god.
Like an episode or two ago, we were talking about greener grass, how it's like being inside of a nightmare. Cats is also kind of like being inside of a funny nightmare.
Yeah.
Very similar, good pairing of films.
I didn't get Greener Grass. That just did not connect with me at all.
Oh.
It didn't
Oh, we
connect
talked
with
about that
you?
on an episode without you, so we never really got your take
Well,
on
I don't
that.
want to go into it on the episode, but that's very surprising to me.
Yeah.
That's extremely surprising.
Yeah, that sounded like it was up your
surprised,
alley.
too.
Well,
Cats
Cats.
some weird absurdist shit, and it just like
Cats is also some weird absurdist shit.
Yeah.
so.
But not on purpose.
Did you guys see the human hands version or?
Oh wait, so that's
or
like
the-
part of the
Well, I
difference?
mean-
Wait, is there a version where
Wait,
like,
there really is a.
Cat's got a patch.
It got a patch when
Yeah,
it was
I think we
running
did.
So
in
you-
theaters.
How long was it in theaters without the patch?
Like
4 or
a-
5
like
days,
a
but
week
it
or
also
two?
it also came down to the individual theater to patch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the differences. Eric and I saw this movie like a week after it came out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the unpatched version.
Wait, unpatched has hands or paws?
Human hands
I
with like
believe it's
wedding
Judi
rings and
Dench.
stuff.
I could be
Yes.
totally wrong.
Yeah,
You're right.
Wait, so do
Well,
they
what
have,
do the
they have
paws look
paws
like?
in?
They didn't finish animating her hands, so they're just her hands.
Well, everyone has hands. And everyone has feet.
Except
No,
for the
these
sneaker
cats have human feet. These cats have human feet.
They do.
These cats have human feet. And I don't believe that's a difference.
Yeah,
All the cats were really horny. And here's something I learned about Cats. Shouldn't have been made into a movie.
Nope.
Because Cats is a stage production. And it all takes place in one location. And it
Yep.
doesn't have a plot.
Yep.
It doesn't matter that it's a movie.
So like I didn't see this Cats movie mostly because like by the time I got back into town, it's not playing at our local theater. I'm not going to another town to see it and paying money. So, but but I know all about Cats the stage play because I was like in a little thing of it when I was like 8, so I know all the fucking songs. I know like all of what it's like supposed to be like. And here's the and they did it bad. And the thing is that like it's already bad. Like it's not a good musical.
Yeah, I've heard like not good things about it.
It's Andrew Lloyd Webber. It's Andrew Lloyd Webber, and he's
song.
like not good. Like
I wouldn't agree that the music sucks.
I mean,
Some of it sucks.
I stand firm on
Some
that.
of it sucks.
I
Some
think
of it does,
I think
but-
"Touch Me" is good, or whatever it's
Touch
actually
Me.
called. That's like the literal. Wait, that's the fucking chorus.
Oh,
you guys
Memory,
can't fucking
Memory.
make fun of me.
Reach
for
out
that.
and
Memory.
feel
I mean, Memory's
me.
what.
Andrew Lloyd Webber's not great. I don't know.
No, I hated everything about the music except
But, like,
for maybe that one song.
I've been hearing a whole lot of things about it though, and it sounds like they took this bad and plotless musical and they like tried to sort of add in more like explanation or like narrative arcs, and you really just shouldn't. Well, I'm saying they tried to though, because they added it. They like made Victoria the viewpoint character or whatever.
I'd argue they didn't even try.
What is Victoria? Okay, I have a question because Claire's the opposite of all of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're all in like the mirror world right now.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Claire's only
for me, because I have
seen
no opinion on-
the stage version. We've only seen the movie version.
Does Victoria do literally fucking anything?
She has a ballet solo.
Is that all she does in the entire play, though?
Well, she's part of the like chorus because it's an ensemble show.
Well, why does she have a name?
Because they all have names.
Why do you have a name?
I know. Wait, what kind of question was that?
Well, in
It's a broad
A lot
question.
of cats have names, and they have like sort of
Why do you
informed
have
personalities. Like if you look it up on the wiki, it'll tell you, oh, this cat has a personality. But listen, it's not the personalities and the names.
Cats
for
Wikia.
for
That
pretty much
exists.
every cat that
It
doesn't get their
definitely
own
does.
song. Like they have names and they have shit, but like it doesn't come through in the play. You will watch the whole play. You will not know that Victoria's named Victoria. You'll be like, oh, that's the white cat that does a ballet solo at that one bit.
Dakota.
Every cat.
That's it.
It is confirmed,
Conversation.
at least in this movie, that every cat has 3 names.
That
they
song
have they have a human name,
That song
they
is
have
in
a
the-
cat
in the
name,
musical.
and they have a secret name that we can't
Talk
know.
about Star
Yes.
Wars.
No.
Okay, can I say something on God that like everyone
On God.
On game.
On God.
Can I say
Eric
something
on
that, like,
God.
everyone is going to disagree with me on? This is
Yeah.
the only time I'm going to mention the Star Wars. I actually felt miserable watching Cats. Like, upon reflection, like,
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't like a funny haha.
it got so bad toward the beginning that it's like
Toward the
almost-
beginning.
so unfortunately,
It opened up with a fucking bang.
Are you gonna say that you like Cats less than Star Wars?
I think
In a way, yes.
No.
I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I think what you're trying to say is that
Cats was much harder for me to watch.
Really?
Cats made you.
Oh, yeah.
Cats made you feel a misery, where Star Wars made you feel nothing.
Star Wars made me
No.
feel angry.
Like I think that would have been the case for you, Eric, even if Cats had been done well.
Yeah.
Because it's still
Talking about
fucking Cats, and you hate musicals, and Cats is not a good musical anyway.
Was any of your
It's-
cat-related anxiety the anxiety that I felt, where I was like, if any of these actors, especially Ian McKellen and Judi Dench, like if they die before they make another movie, then Cats is their like big final movie.
Yeah, that's their
that they
grand
will-
finale.
Personally, I think that's funny.
It is very funny, but not for them and their families. Their grieving
Ian
families.
McKellen was the poop emoji. He doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That was Patrick
No,
That was
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
I mix them up a
Same
lot.
difference.
Yeah. I mean,
They're both old
they're the
Brits.
same man.
I think Cats is a better movie than Rise of Skywalker.
I just don't care enough to argue either way.
That
They
is-
both
that
fucking
is-
Why did you
I
open this?
because I just
Can of
He
worms.
wasn't gonna
Say
turn
it.
in. He wasn't gonna open a can of
I
worms
just wanted
though.
to say this:
Yeah.
Rise of the Skywalker.
Rise of the
Skywalker
Dog
is
Sleep.
yes is made to be.
Episode title.
Rise of the dog sleep.
It might have been like pointless for me to even bring it up because like the more I think on
Yeah.
it, the Rise of Skywalker is made to be such an inoffensive vanilla fucking film.
Oh,
that,
but
like,
it's made to be offensive.
From what I've been like, as we've been having many discussions about Cats, it looks like they managed to make it worse.
I was consistently entertained by Cats because I was consistently like waiting to see who the next fucked up cat was, and like it starts out like as soon as Jenny Anydots like rolls out and you
that's
see
the
like
pinnacle.
you see
That's-
like
Oh,
her
yeah.
fucking deal. It was like anything can happen in this
Oh,
movie
God.
now.
it made me so.
She like takes off her
anxious. The
skin.
movie-
She eats little
the
people.
movie made me
Anything
feel
can happen.
anxious.
Now, the main problem with Cats isn't that they spend $500 million on the CGI when they could have used suits for $2
It's
from a
that they
craft shop.
tease the concept of toe sucking, but don't actually give it to you.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, they do.
I was
What the
gonna
fuck?
hit on this. So the problem with Cats, the main cat
A memoir.
Victoria, she has like half cat, half human feet.
Again, not the main cat in the actual musical. They did some shit with this movie.
She's the main cat in all iterations, but she's the only one who has feet like a cat should, and everyone else has human feet.
Sometimes they wear sneakers.
Everyone else has human feet.
Or tap dancing.
They wear sneakers.
Well, I like it when they wear sneakers.
Yeah.
Then why didn't they just get costumes?
There are a couple of characters. I don't remember who they are, what they do, but they are wearing aren't not wearing any clothing, just like sneakers.
Oh yeah, and sometimes Judi Dench or Idris Elba, they'll be wearing clothing throughout the whole movie, and then they'll take their clothing off.
Yeah, and then Judi Dench can like lay down and like spread her legs and just like
that literally
stretch her
happens.
body out. And after she like takes all of her clothes off, and it's like, oh wow.
So,
oh
yeah,
gee whiz.
Like if they had gone with like costumes and makeup, it would be so much less hellish because you're not supposed to look like photorealistic cats. They're supposed to look like
people in
They're
costumes.
supposed to look like people dressed as cats.
The
Because
whole thing is like it's supposed to be in costume.
They have to be people dressed as cats and not like you can't. Because otherwise, you get this like nasty, uncanny valley.
Yeah,
they introduce.
I will posit that if
like
one
do
of
some fun stage makeup. Oh my god!
They also
Have them wear actual clothes.
That was good. I like that.
They
one.
also introduce other animals, other animal people. They introduce humanoid mice and humanoid cockroaches. And there's a moment in the movie where you hear a dog.
Yeah.
And it's like the
on the spot
scariest
would be okay.
fucking moment in cinema because you think you're gonna see a human dog like bust through a door. And you're
Yeah,
just like,
Dakota and I were frightened.
yeah, it was legitimate fear. It was like, no, not the dog, not the dog.
I don't know why you saying this reminded me, but I saw Bombshell, and that movie has a jump scare.
Really,
The-
like Roger Ailes.
The
The fucking movie about like Fox News anchors.
the Fox News movie. Not the movie. Jump scare at the end of it.
At the end of
At
it?
the very end
Does
of it,
the villain
there's a
come
fucking
back?
Jump scare.
Does like
a
Bill
horror
O'Reilly's
movie?
like big
Yes.
hand
Yeah, does he
clap
come back from
onto
the
like
dead?
the bumper of a
Let me-
car?
So there's this like Megyn Kelly's character is like this.
Oh, can we
is-
talk about the Uncanny Valley real quick? Because Charlize Theron plays Megyn Kelly, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, she has like prosthetics or something. It's like, this isn't.
She looks
what,
identical.
This shouldn't be.
But like in all of her lines of dialogue are like as if Megyn Kelly was like reading something off a teleprompter. So like she has like personal conversations with people in the office, but always sounds like Megyn Kelly like on air. If that makes sense.
This movie sounds bad.
It's not
Yeah.
good. It's not bad, but it's not good.
It sounds
either.
bad.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying bad.
It shows her walking to her like green room.
Oh, no.
And they get to her green room. Her door is like slightly ajar, and they start playing like Thriller music over it. Not like Michael Jackson's Thriller.
I thought
Okay,
that.
yeah,
that's
like
what I thought
that
you
was.
meant.
Yeah, that's what I also
Like,
thought you meant.
music that you would hear in like a Thriller movie.
Yeah.
And she like opens her door ever so slightly, and her children come out and scream "Mommy!" at like the top of their lungs, and then it's the loudest fucking thing in the movie. And I'm positive it was there just to make sure there was still a pulse in the audience, just to make sure everyone was like still paying attention to this. There's no other reason that this is in the movie.
I don't even think I knew about this film.
You know?
Yeah, I did. I
I was
saw.
aware of it, and it had an instant repulsion to it.
I didn't know about it till I saw like a preview when I was seeing Knives Out.
I like the people in
With
it.
my mom.
Like that's
Yeah.
the only reason why I really wanted to check it out. I didn't know about this scandal at Fox News like at all.
Really?
So yeah, no, not at all. So I was curious as to what this movie was, but I will say it's not like
Good?
it wasn't it's not good, but it's not like Vice where it's like aren't these conservatives fucking goobers? I got them. Like it's not like that
Because they're actually not goobers.
no
Yeah.
They're like cool guys.
no
Wow.
no.
Fucked up Ant Stance.
in
No, I
the
know what
sense
they
that
meant.
like at the end of Vice there's that whole scene where it's like the girl explaining fucking Fast and Furious and the guy's like, you goddamn liberals, and like
What?
I hated that movie.
Hey, you know what else we watched?
What?
Star Wars.
What did we
Rise
watch?
of Skywalker.
Stop that. get a little artificial, like, compressed hard zoom right there on the little RJ's pen.
Oh,
We watched a little Watchmen.
Well, some of us did.
Oh.
3 of us.
I thought
did.
you were gonna talk about Power
Some
Rangers.
of y'all.
Zeo.
I thought we were going to talk about
Yeah.
Power Rangers Zeo,
That
too,
was like
because
more interested in-
If you
most
guys-
of us watch
Oh.
I
Power
was
Rangers.
more interested in Power Rangers Zeo.
Which series had the Italian pizza monster?
Oh, that's Power Rangers Turbo.
Well, Turbo's the one that almost ruined Power Rangers,
Yeah.
but there's a pizza monster.
Well, there wasn't. But anyway,
What?
it's a
We can
pizza
talk
chef
about Watchmen,
monster.
by the way.
Yeah, he's like.
I feel
This
like
is
I
semantic.
I feel like I really missed out on something with Power Rangers because it was like one of those things where my brother was into it and I never really got into it.
Oh, we weren't allowed to watch
It
it
was, like,
because my
too
mom thought it was
violent.
too violent.
It was like too much for me, and then it was just like non-stop,
I loved
like
it.
100%, like at all times.
If you didn't watch Power Rangers, you turned out gay.
Shit.
Oh, got him! Got him! So would you say
It
Power
is.
Rangers made you straight?
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
That's the reason.
That's not true.
Power Rangers is the straightest show you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Uh,
Bulk and Skull.
I know this because there was a
are,
romance
symbols.
arc.
That's not true.
There was a romance arc in
I
Power
know
Rangers.
this
Zeo.
because there was a romance.
Did you watch
arc.
Power Rangers as a kid?
Yeah.
Are you
And
gay?
you turned out so...
Bye.
Okay. They only watched half of
Same.
Power Rangers.
That's why I'm also.
Yeah, if you
watched
only
it
tune in for the
as a child.
robot fights.
Eric and I are bi too, though. So it
My brother
doesn't,
watched it, and that's why I'm
Uh,
not. That's why I'm like not full gay, is because like I was kind of exposed to it. So like
Yo, we-
kind
We're
of.
Not
describing,
so gay.
we're describing this like it's a virus.
God.
Yeah, well,
Hey guys, being gay is a.
Okay, I don't know about leaving that in. So Watchmen is a series that ran on HBO.
Yeah.
It's a sequel to the hit 1985 comic book maxi series by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons, and also colorist John Higgins. Damon Lindelof and company have produced a sequel to Watchmen that is 9 episodes?
Yeah.
10? 9?
Nine episodes.
Oh, it's
Nine-
way shorter than I thought.
9 episodes.
Yeah.
Because I plan on watching it.
Damon Lindelof created or worked on Lost, and also my favorite television series of all time, The Leftovers. Making a sequel to Watchmen is like making a sequel to Citizen Kane. You shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Damon Lindelof did it, and
Right.
it's good.
I watched the first episode.
When I do that,
liked
zoom
it.
in on my face.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you have to be familiar with the source material though to like
Yeah.
watch it,
Yeah.
right? Okay, because like I was like home for Christmas and my dad's fiance was saying some shit about how like she like couldn't get into Watchmen. I was like, oh, like you probably want to have read the comic book,
Yeah.
and I think that she like I don't know, she like tuned out as soon as I said that.
Wow.
If you haven't read the book, don't give the series a look.
Like literally,
But I thought
literally don't.
I think that she like thought I was doing some kind of like hipster ass like, oh, you have to have read the like as though it was like a
Yeah.
remake of the book.
Yeah, it's
And
like a linear
like,
story.
And it's like, no, unfortunately, it's a sequel to the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
The direction things go in Watchmen is deeply reliant on knowledge, or like the impact of a lot of things has to do with, or really like is rooted in you having experienced the graphic novel.
Didn't you mention that like one of the appeals of it too is like at first it's very confusing. Like even with the
Yeah.
with the knowledge of the
So-
book, there are parts that are confusing, and you think, well, wait, I read the book. Why is this
Yeah.
happening?
If-
And part of the fun is figuring out how it happened.
So the thing about Watchmen, and the reason I love the first episode so much, is because even if you've read the graphic novel, we have like jumped forward from 1985, was it, into the present day in that reality, in that world. So you're going to be incredibly confused no matter what. And just the way this world kind of opens up and is like sort of exposits itself to you, it exposes itself to you. The way it kind of does
no, I
that.
think I like exposits better,
I like exposit.
better than the world exposes
Yeah,
itself
the
to
way
you.
the way this show kicks off is like real fucking interesting, and all it does is raise questions that are really bizarre and interesting. Like, why are these white supremacists collecting watch batteries? Like thousands and thousands of watch batteries. You figure that out.
Right.
Um,
It sounds like it does the whole show don't tell approach that I like adore.
Yeah, and the thing is there's also the supplemental materials, as with the graphic novel. There's supplemental material that follows every episode that you can read on I think it's called pdpedia.com or something. It's through HBO's website. You can just Google it.
Wikipedia.com.
PDpedia.
But it's the supplemental material that's like
Yeah.
it's like Xerox documents,
Okay.
art reviews, that sort of thing. It's like if you want to have a better understanding of the world, that's how you do it.
That actually kind of reminds me of like that form of media's take on what the book does, because the book is the comic, and in between the chapters there's like excerpts from
That's
exactly what I mean.
excerpts from a book in the world.
It's exactly that.
Okay.
It's really fun, and the world's really interesting, and the thing is it's dark, it's serious. The core.
Now Eric says this is a fun series.
I say fun in terms of like
This is a series about lynching black people.
I was about to say
now
that
I don't know what Eric's idea of fun is. This series opens with the Tulsa Race Massacre in 1921, which is not a thing I knew about. But Ta-Nehisi Coates wrote a lot about it in his Atlantic article, The Case for Reparations. And then Damon Lindelof read that, and he's like, I'm going to structure Watchmen around this idea of intergenerational trauma, racial trauma specifically, and how that reverberates throughout the family tree. So, I don't know, Eric apparently thinks that's, like, real
because
cool.
the protagonist is a black woman, right?
it's very
the
funny.
protagonist
And,
is a black woman. Eric's little aside of that's real funny has thrown me off.
That's why I like.
I mean,
Deals with some heavy shit. I don't think it's to be taken lightly.
well, no shit. There are like funny bits in the show. There's some interesting stuff that is kind of funny. I know you're trying to like dunk on me, but come on.
There's some pretty funny gore.
The original comic is frequently funny, so they tried to capture that tone where it shifts between very serious and very funny. Jeremy Irons plays a character. You don't know what is going on with him for a long time. It seems totally disconnected from the rest of the plot. And Jeremy Irons is my favorite part of the series because his stuff is really wacky.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons is so fucking well cast in this. There's a lot of really interesting stuff going on with this the show in terms of how it not necessarily mirrors, but so the quote that everybody rags on George Lucas over, where he's like,
It's like poetry, they
yeah.
rhyme.
So the worst part about that is there's some truth to it that I find really interesting in art, and I think that
No, I'm saying.
I think that Watchmen does a lot of that. There's a lot of really interesting parallels that it constantly draws that don't feel shoehorned. They feel smart, and they feel important, and they feel thought out.
They're not
Well,
just
let me bank off that. In Watchmen, there's a chapter called Fearful Symmetry, where the entire chapter is symmetrical. So where it mirrors each other. The first half of the chapter and the second half of the chapter mirror each other. And Rorschach, one of the major characters' masks, who his mask appears in the HBO series as well. It's symmetrical, so George Lucas
was on something.
But like,
have you seen the picture of George Lucas holding Baby Yoda?
Yes.
No.
John Favreau.
I can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my favorite thing is Werner Herzog's thing with Baby Yoda.
You fucking
You
coward.
fucking cowards!
Wait, did he actually say something about Baby
So-
Yoda?
Yeah,
Did Werner Herzog actually say something about Baby Yoda?
Yes,
Just like-
yes he
Werner
did.
Herzog was in the Baby Yoda show.
He was in Baby Yoda?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Baby
Yeah.
Yoda.
He's like a pretty pivotal character.
The Baby Yoda.
I'm like every time
He played
someone,
Baby Yoda?
Yes.
every single time someone says Baby Yoda, I try to will myself dead.
You don't
I'm
like
sorry.
chicken nuggies?
Okay,
I
so
hate
Watchmen.
Mondays.
No, but they were like
No,
they were
Watchmen's
replacing
over.
the
We're
puppet
talking
with
about Baby
CG.
Yoda and funny Baby Yoda memes.
No, it's just that they were like considering replacing the puppet with CGI, and Werner Herzog was like, "You fucking cowards," and so
like,
they
stick
didn't.
to your puppets.
That's
And
I think like
and I just think that's really funny.
I think Watchmen's
Just
even
as funny as Baby Yoda.
place the
memes.
Werner
Okay.
Herzog tweet right here.
I think Watchmen's even interesting. Like even if you're just like
Fucking dumb.
even for like world building reasons, like I think the world gets like fleshed out
Oh, yeah.
after the events of
I
the
forgot
original
that they go
comic. I think just like seeing how the world gets fleshed out is like very interesting.
No, absolutely, and that's why I love that first episode so much. Is just because it's so much of that, so much weird stuff going on with the way the police in this world works. It's like really this really interesting take on things, and it like at first I was like, is this going to be a show that's like glorifying cops? Because that's
That's what
really,
I took away from the first episode as well.
Yeah. The first episode
that's
makes
what I
me
did
feel that,
too.
and then it's like, oh wait, no, the entire episode or the entire series is essentially about the opposite of this. It's constantly asking these questions and not necessarily taking a hardline stance. I mean, it does in places where it needs to, but it doesn't like really just kind of offer easy solutions for questions where there isn't one. It's really interesting in that way. I think it's a smart show. It doesn't condescend. I don't know.
It feels like Damon Lindelof and his writers put a lot of thought into the show. As much thought as
probably made it up as you went along.
Yeah.
And I also like appreciate that there's like, I don't know, the use of Rorschach being like co-opted by white supremacists as a symbol is like, it's like a metatextual thing, but it's also it makes so much fucking sense that you kind of course are gonna go that way. And even in the context of the universe, it makes sense because he was a vaguely like libertarian, pretty far right of center sort of fella. But I don't know. I have to speak super vaguely about the show in part. That's like not all that fun for me sometimes.
I like the Watchmen movie adaptation.
I do too.
But
I think it's a lot of shit.
But
Hard
post a big but here.
Okay.
The strengths of the movie are also its weaknesses, which is that it's so heavily stylized. It's beautiful to look at oftentimes. Watchmen's not supposed to be beautiful to look at, actually.
The comic does a great job of that too.
Yeah, that like annoys me because I'm like, I want the art to be good to look at and
the art
to see.
is good.
Yeah,
very good.
I love how
But you can see
I
like
just don't like
pores.
I don't like
You can
it.
see like individual pores on a person's face.
that's
and it's like-
that's Doomsday Clock actually. And that's the thing is Doomsday Clock looks like a big pile of shit, especially knowing how it ends.
Y'all say that you like the art of Doomsday Clock. I don't.
I like the art of Doomsday Clock.
I'm in a weird boat where I don't like the art of it. Not kind of for the same reason. I think the art of regular Watchmen is fantastic.
Oh yeah, me too.
I don't like it.
The way you feel about Watchmen is how I feel about Doomsday Clock.
I have not
don't
seen
really,
Doomsday
I
Clock's
just don't.
God damn it! I need
Don't.
to defend Doomsday Clock
Yeah,
from you.
yeah.
People were worried, including myself, that like this Watchmen show, in some ways it has to be, was gonna be like some like fucking fanfic stuff. That's actually what Doomsday Clock is.
Doomsday Clock is when Dr. Manhattan enters the DC universe and has to do a bunch of stuff with DC characters.
That's so fucking stupid.
It's extremely stupid.
I think it's smart.
It also took like 2.5 years to release 12 issues?
Yeah, which is a
Yeah.
shame because I was really looking forward to reading it.
It took an insanely long time to release 12 whole comic books. Not sure why that was the case.
They were just regular issues, right? They weren't like
They were just normal comics.
At least they were worth the wait.
I feel
Ward's
like
like constantly pissed off about how long it took, considering he wasn't gonna read it.
I just find it mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I find things like I find development how interesting because like what happened.
It was
the first series of Kick-Ass was like that too, because I want to say we bought the first 3 issues and then it was like months before the last 2 came out.
Well, like Kick-Ass was like an independent book if I remember it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like that makes more sense to me. Or was it Image?
Well, it's the same thing.
I think it's Marv.
No.
I want to say it's
Maybe it was Vertigo.
subsidiary of
Maybe it was
Marvel.
Vertigo.
It might be Vertigo.
It was definitely not Marvel.
I know it's not Marvel, but it was definitely a company owned by Marvel.
What's Marvel's? Doesn't Marvel have an adult?
It might have straight up
Max.
been published by Marvel.
They all have computers in their pockets.
Oh, mine's over there.
Mine's over there too.
The main
Mine's on
thing
my
is that I
lap.
don't care.
Also, Batman.
Yeah, I have mine right.
Yeah, it's Kick-Ass. So
Yeah, isn't it bad?
we've all moved
I don't
on
know.
from
I
Kick-Ass.
like saw the movie. I think
The movie
I
is
like
better
it.
than the comic.
So
I
I've
agree,
read-
actually.
haven't read the comic at
heard
all.
about Kick-Ass and I've heard about The Boys.
That
where
scene
the comic's
with,
too edgy.
Oh yeah,
Animation's
my
better.
older
Daddy?
brother loves the Boys
Leaves or
TV
whatever
show,
the
but
song's
won't
called?
read the comic.
You mean the 28 Days Later song?
Yeah, the 28
Donna
Days
Band
Later
and
song.
Alice. Wait, no, that's yeah, that's what it's called. That's what it's called in the sequel. It's just a theme. 28 Days theme.
No, it
yeah,
is
yeah,
called something like Down in the House. Or something.
Yeah,
Why are we talking about this?
like the theme from 28 Days Later just shows up in
scene.
it just shows up in an action scene in
happening?
Kick-Ass, and that like distracted me even when I was a kid. I was like,
Oh.
what the fuck?
Wait,
It's like-
why?
It's
Is
a
it
good
there?
scene.
It is a neat scene, and yeah, it's like an iconic piece of music, but it's like a theme to like
Another film.
yeah.
I have
I'm
a little.
sorry.
I have a little quick pitch.
Yes.
For you, gentle viewer. There's a little movie that I saw on YouTube. It's from the 80s. It's a horror movie from China. It's called Centipede Horror. Centipede Horror. You might think it's a movie about. You might think it's like a slasher movie about centipedes killing people. But actually, it's a movie about love. But actually, it's a movie about a complicated relationship between 4 wizards, and they're all casting centipede spells and counter centipede spells.
How long is it?
It's like an hour. It's like a tight hour 30.
Okay.
It's subtitles like from the 80s, so this is gonna be a tough one. I think that in a group, it would be like a very fun movie to like watch in a group. Like the spells, like all these wizards are very different. They all visually look very different. All their spells are like gonzo. They're like spells that you're like, fucking okay, I guess this spell's happening. There's all kinds of just like magical subterfuge and like weird like it's set up like a slasher movie. It's great. It's a little quick pitch there. Centipede Horror. Check it out on YouTube for free.
Sounds fun. Sounds fun. Hey, speaking of goofy movies, 4 of us, 5. Wait, let me hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's this many. 4 of us got the Godzilla Criterion set.
Oh yeah.
I watched all 15.
I have.
How many did you watch?
Not a single one.
Okay.
3?
How many did you watch?
3?
How many did you watch? I know the
4.
answer already.
3?
Because you didn't watch any more.
Yeah.
I watched all 15.
Shut up.
But, okay. Those movies are really good, except for, like, one of them. One
Wait,
of
what
them.
did I see? I watched one with you guys. It was great. It was
King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes, it was fucking awesome.
King
Yeah,
Kong versus Godzilla
I
is
love
very
it.
fun.
I legitimately want to go buy the Criterion set of all those movies because, like, I just really like them whenever I watch them, but I haven't seen all of them.
Just
yet.
don't know where they expect me to put that thing on my bookshelf.
It's not gonna look good with my other Criterion.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking huge.
It's like a painting. All of those movies are really fun, except for one, which rhymes, but also no redeeming qualities. So 14 of those movies.
Not.
Was that like a white power
That's
symbol?
not white power, guys. Just to
It's
clarify.
Wow.
Censor this.
I support the Japanese and their works. I don't agree with this white power stuff. This. I prefer the American cut of the original Godzilla.
Could you imagine
Kinda
RJ
shit.
being like, "I love the Godzilla movies, white power."
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm getting there.
2020, new year, new me.
Yeah, I'm halfway there
Stroking your
because I love Godzilla.
I guess you're technically halfway there if you really think about it that way.
Yeah.
A24's gotta fix their fucking shit.
Did they make another bad Blu-ray?
They made another bad Blu-ray, and they've been making bad Blu-ray choices.
Wait, which one did you
like
get?
hard
We
lately.
talk about the Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse.
Yeah, I didn't even get I got the digital version, which is normally better, and it's worse than the Blu-ray.
So they've stopped doing 4K Blu-rays altogether.
Why?
I don't know.
Stick to digital?
So it's just Blu-ray and just digital. So
Okay.
like I have Hereditary with 4K Blu-ray digital, whatever. It's a bit excessive, but whatever. You can't get a 4K cut of Midsummer in the United States without it being a digital copy. You can't get the director's cut in the United States without being a digital copy, and that also has to be through Apple, which I don't think you even get to own. I think it's like, I want to say it might be like rental only.
What?
I might
Is
be
A24
terribly
have
wrong
like a
on
deal
that.
with Apple?
No, just this movie. Because everything else is on Netflix and Hulu and Amazon
Which
Prime.
what other A24s on Netflix?
Like all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I haven't checked out Netflix in
A good chunk of their library is all on Netflix.
This is an answer, Ann.
Yeah. There's nothing on that Blu-ray, like, at all.
you got like a commentary at least.
This motherfucker's complaining in 2020.
It's $20 for a fucking Blu-ray
and
for
there's-
a movie that
no, there's-
obviously put like time and just like blood, sweat, and tears into this movie, and they are just fart in the wind. It's gone. Whatever. Get it out there.
Yo, there's
Who
a
gives
commentary
shit?
on it.
See, I'm on Ant's side, but I really like RJ's reaction.
There's a commentary on it.
Okay, cool.
There's a commentary on
Criterion's-
nothing.
Criterions have a commentary.
There's a
and
Criterions.
and then hours of how is Criterion not the standard? Like A24.
What do you mean? Their whole deal is that they're not the standard.
Okay,
But
wait,
that's
that's a
garbage.
good point.
But that's
a fucking
garbage,
good
though.
point.
That's
why
it's
they're
just
named
so,
the Criterion.
So they cost $1 million.
It's just so shitty that they have stripped Blu-rays of movies that have actual craft to them.
I agree, but this has happened
Good.
20 years ago.
But it's garbage.
I know,
And
yes, I'm on your
A24,
side.
who has come out of seemingly nowhere and has sort of revitalized the like cult film into modern, like
Criterion's whole deal is they're not the standard.
I mean,
I like agree with you.
I
It's just a
absolutely
funny
agree.
point.
I absolutely agree with Ant. But if I get a commentary, I'm like praising God.
You're
Like,
settling for the bare minimum, though.
well, no, the bare minimum is nothing. The bare minimum is
bare
like a
minimum is
trailer.
the-
Why the fuck is there? Why is everything else on YouTube? Why is all of their behind the scenes shit on YouTube?
I don't know. I didn't know that.
Like there's more stuff on their YouTube account for making ofs.
They should put it on
than
there,
there
I agree.
are on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's just kind of
Get your act
ridiculous.
together,
And
A24.
then also the Academy. I know I'm not supposed to do this on YouTube, but what the fuck?
What did the Academy do? Because I don't follow the Academy Awards because I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Hey, you
They
know
put the Joker up for Best Picture.
you know how Willem
Okay.
Dafoe
Well, we knew that was gonna happen.
is like
Amazing.
Oh yeah, he
one
wasn't
of,
nominated.
One of the best actors
Is he not
that's
actor?
living.
I
right
literally.
now, and
Lighthouse only
delivered
got one nom.
one of
the
the fucking
Cinematography.
greatest performances I have ever seen in my life. Nowhere even close to
Is he
being
Well,
nominated.
didn't us get fucking snubbed too?
Us?
Yes.
You know what got fucking snubbed? Hereditary got snubbed for what's her name?
Tony Collette.
Toni
Toni
Collette.
Collette should have been up for Best Actress because she
yeah.
fucking made me sob.
Was that
Midsummer.
2019?
18. I'm just saying they didn't nominate her back then.
Okay,
I didn't
yeah.
hate the Academy anyway. I'm fucking
Because like
riled
Lupita
up.
Nyong'o did like so much shit in Us, and I heard she did not get anything. Nothing?
Two fucking characters in
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
And
Acting
nothing.
against herself.
What are the
Little-
best
Little
picture
Women.
nominees?
Well,
Yeah,
Joker, of
what's the-
course.
Joker.
Jorker?
Ford
Ah, my
versus
favorite film.
Ferrari.
Ford versus Ferrari. So here's where I'm at. I don't hate the Academy. I just literally don't care.
I
used to care.
Understand that, and that's where I'm at too.
If Joker wins, I don't care.
I mean,
If Ford v
Oh.
Ferrari wins, I don't care.
It
If,
does seem
if
pretty,
Parasite wins, I don't care. I don't care either way. Like if they deserve it or don't, I don't care anymore. They're not on my radar anymore.
you're absolutely right, but
I feel
it's
pretty
ju-
glad that I'm like RJ in that.
It's
actually.
just horse shit.
In no other respect.
It's just horse shit.
I mean, it is.
yeah.
Because
like-
they're supposed to be the gold standard.
Yeah.
But it's like they suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if they give a movie that deserves it an award at this point, it doesn't mean anything.
It's like a hollow victory.
because
Yeah.
they suck.
Yeah, Hollow Victory is a
Kind
good
of
way
like,
to
well,
describe
that's
it.
nice.
And if they give a movie that doesn't deserve it something, it doesn't matter because they suck. Final thoughts.
This was a nightmare.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I agree.
I prefer them like this.
Opa SpongeBob style.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, we had a lot to talk about.
Hey, real quick before the cameras die, we should introduce ourselves. We didn't really do an intro.
My name's Ethan.
My name's Ethan. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
My name is Ethan.
My name's Ethan.
My name's RJ.
You stole my bit. I got nothing.
I'm sorry. You can be RJ. Do you want
Ethan,
to
what's
share
your
it?
name?
Hold on.
No.
My
Oh,
name
come in close. We can say it together.
Okay.
We're RJ.
We're RJ.
We're RJ.
3,
We're
2,
Ethan.
1.
We're RJ.
Okay, well that went well.
Back.
You can follow us on Twitter. I won't update it.
We'll figure it out. I'll put
And
stuff.
subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
I'll put stuff on the Instagram again.
I haven't been doing.
Yeah.
This goes down so far. Parasite was real good. Good night.
On my electrical umbilical mess. I'm not the person who will save you from sin, but I'll turn you into it. I'll push you.
People jerk off to horses, so if you have like a horse with a human voice, that's like
Pretty hot.
Oh, it didn't
Boom.
have a human voice. Do you think there was voices?
boom. My Little Pony. They had
That's
human
not a
voices.
white supremacy thing. That's
Oh, I'm
not
talking about
like,
the computer
okay,
game.
so